Good afternoon. It's Friday, February 22nd. The legislative session is starting to wind down. Crossover day was Wednesday. Unfortunately, on Wednesday evening, we lost 218. 218 was the funding mechanism for scholarships to put our members, new members, or law students into rural communities. We went into it with 27 votes. 2 were sick. That was still a two vote margin. You need 2/3 because there's an appropriation with it. You need 2/3 of the members elect. So the 2 members who were ill and unable to attend work as, by rule, they work as no votes. We still thought we had it. We had a couple people, senators who had previously voted in committee in favor of the bill, and they flipped, and we lost 23. We only got 23 votes. We needed 24. Senator Valley immediately moved to reconsider, which allows them to bring it back up. He talked to several nay votes. They agreed to flip to yes. But in that process, it's kind of an ugly process, by the time they brought it up again, 3 of the yes votes switched to no. So we lost by 1 vote, and I'm talking with Senator Valley now on whether or not we want to try to hog house something that comes over from the House with an appropriation that is going to get killed for whatever reason, or whether we're smarter to simply wait for next year and just bring the bill again. That's the update on 218. And anytime you need 2/3, those are tough. Those are really, really tough. The 1096, which is our transfer on death deed bill, I met with a number of leaders early this morning, 7 o'clock. They had some questions and concerns, so I've got the answers for them now, and that's going to be scheduled for hearing Tuesday morning in Senate Judiciary. I did prepare a couple amendments to clarify. I, of course, went back to the committee that did the drafting and the review of the uniform laws and made sure that they were cool with the amendments, and they are. And so I think we've addressed most, if not all, the concerns of the various constituencies that this bill would impact, assuming that we get it enacted. Another bill still pending, which has come over from the House, is 1061. That's the captive trust company bill. And I just talked minutes ago to the chair of Senate State Affairs, Senator Roden, and he has tentatively scheduled that hearing for next Wednesday morning. So assuming that, well, with the amendments on, going back to the transfer on death bill, when they put the amendments on, that will have to go back to the House for concurrence, but I think that'll be automatic. So with the transfer on death and the captive insurance, once those are put to bed, then essentially it's just wait and see if there's an amendment on some other bill that all of a sudden generates our interest. But we're starting to slow down. I hope you all have a good weekend, and it's my intent that the first week of March, my final legislative update will be a recap of everything that we've been doing this legislative session, and I might be able to hit some of the highlights of other bills that we weren't working, but which may be of general interest to the lawyers of South Dakota. Have a great weekend.